Greetings and good morning. Well, here we are, just cruising along, going as we go, driving and thinking. It's kind of all we do anymore. So, if you kind of look through the rest of Hebrews 11, you get this long list of really the history of the Israelite people, and especially the patriarchs and Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and some of their story and how they believed and they trusted and they had faith, and it was all going towards a specific thing, in this case the promised land, but really towards the promises of God, which was ultimately Jesus. And at the end of all of this, and he mentions, the writer of Hebrews mentions other people, and at the end of this it has this kind of weird saying where they followed God, all leaning towards Christ, but they never really received the full promise, or the promise yet, in their lives. And obviously because Jesus didn't come till later, but they still lived as if Christ were coming. Again, there was always this idea that a Messiah would be there. So they are living this life of faith, not knowing what's really going on all the time, but reasoning that God can do what God will do, even raising people from the dead if that is what's needed. Because if you ultimately go to the idea that God is the creator, he can do what he wants within his creation, then nothing should be outside of the realm of possibility with God. And if we are to go towards this end, that God had something greater than even what they thought the promise meant. I guess that's the best way to word it. There was something better for them beyond what they could have even thought or reasoned within themselves. And I think that's where maybe the idea of we follow beyond what we understand or what we know. So I guess that's where the idea of it's not necessarily a faith without reason type of a situation, or a blind, foolish faith, but it's a faith that is beyond what we can fully comprehend. It's a faith beyond what we can fully grasp in a lot of ways. But we can see the promises, we can have trust and hope, and continue to go towards what God has said. And even if we don't fully get that promise revealed or realized within our life, that doesn't mean that God isn't God. God isn't keeping his promises. It just might appear as if he's not. And so we hold on to this faith. And really this starts to go into chapter 12 of Hebrews. We cast off sin. We cast off the things that hold us back so that we can go towards God, which then brings us to really our day-to-day life struggles of, how do I cast all this off, trusting in something I can't yet fully realize, because there are these things that I can grasp today that may not be the best thing to honor God with. So read through the book of Hebrews again. Go at it with a new look. What is your faith really leading you towards? Are you listening to God, or are you listening to the world and the desires of the world, which would be Satan? So where are you really headed at in your decisions and your thoughts? So thanks for joining me as I think some more. Have a wonderful day.